You meet the greatest people there are out there. Their heart and soul is in this.
Pretty easy to have success when you surround yourself with good people. There's no phone, there's no email. You're off the grid, literally. Can't go too many places anymore and say that.
I brought everything except the hard hat and the post pounder. I forgot the hard hat and the post pounder I couldn't find.
So good morning, everyone. My name's Colleen. I think most of you probably have seen me before.
The Oregon Rendezvous, it's just a great opportunity for a lot of our volunteers to get together, one setting in elk country.
Make sure you sign the form.
Primary focus, it's a work project. We have volunteers from across Oregon, the Northwest, come together for a 2-day work project.
We are doing a big game exclosure repair job today on the Malheur National Forest. RMEF volunteers put this fence in about 2015, and we built it high to keep everything out in order to protect the aspen stand and allow it to grow. And it's thriving, and so we're taking the big game fence down in some places, and we're replacing it with 4-strand fencing wire and allowing the animals, the deer and the elk and the other game to come in and use the area, but also keeping the cattle out. And without volunteers, I don't think these jobs would get done.
Showing the boys that we can make a difference.
It's like spending time with your grandparents. When you're doing it, you hate it, but you look back later and you love it. You wish you could do it some more.
I heard this was fun. This is my first time here.
These are the most amazing people I've ever worked with. Absolutely, bar none. These people are my family.
So where are we at? Maybe close to 30th.
30th.
Okay.
30th, 31, yep.
30th has got to be there, yeah. The annual Oregon Rendezvous.
It's the hands-on things out here. We meet a ton of people. Some of the finest people I know are RMEF members. We've just met a lot of really top-notch people that are part of this organization. I think a person reaches, the point where you need to give back, and whatever somebody chooses, it needs to be something they're passionate about, and the Elk Foundation, for me, that's it. If not us, then who will?
So you're just gonna do this like 300 more times.
We need to save as much of the aspen as we have. The present amount of aspen is something like 15% of what was here many, many years ago.
They get a lot of ungulate pressure, not just from cattle, but elk and deer, of course, love them. So we've been really working hard to restore them across the forest, but because there's so many and there's a lot of ungulate pressure.
Well, you're looking at the best of the best.
I think it's really rewarding. You work as a team. There's a lot of people out here doing good. To me, it feels good.
We like to think it's kind of the example of what you can do in the country if you get our volunteers together.
These are the folks who are given not just money, but their time. And they're doing a heck of a job. And we've got them up here working from 10 or 12 years of age on up to, in my case, 79 years.
That's it. That's it. Sunk her home.
It's a really great atmosphere. It's a lot of fun. It's fun to come out and sweat and do a little bit of hard work. We'll go eat some good food and spend some time with a bunch of like-minded people. It's just it's fulfilling. A lot of labor goes into these projects. Not only the money, it's a lot of labor. I think it's volunteers that make it actually fund it. And then the boots on the ground part of it is a very important part.
Rendezvous is mostly about celebration of volunteers. Making new friends and seeing old friends. It's like a family reunion. It is a family focus of Rendezvous because we have to think about where we're going in the future. And young people will remember things that they did at Rendezvous. It's like going to summer camp.
Also, the focus here is to bring in some of our partners. Loophole, who comes in and does a product demo. The Oregon State Police talking about their TIPS program with the Trailer of Shame.
This is Hellebore.
Bob Bastian, previous regional director, did a whole thing on noxious weeds. We have youth archery range, a BB gun range. There's a Compass Topo 101 class. We've had some wonderful entertainment. We brought in some cowboy poets and some songwriters. A great place to just kind of hang out, relax, and also celebrate our wins.
Thank you both.
And then we linked in with the Art Dubes Foundation. They sponsor paying for one rifle or one bow for 1 in 3 kids that are at the rendezvous, which I just think is phenomenal.
Tristan. What a shotgun.
They also buy a youth membership for every youth that's in attendance. And this is huge.
I'm going to give each one of you a knife, but they're very sharp, so take care of them, and just thank you so much for coming.
And you can see a big difference now, I believe 30 years later from that first one. We're having a lot of fun here.
Now I need 3 in the 25, 325.
We're a family. We all have common interests. We're all trying to strive for the same goals, and we still do.
Yeah. Family of thousands.
Yep.
If I didn't know what it would do, it would have cost you a little more.
I joined because of the mission of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. I stayed because of the people.